All right, calling to order the stormwater bylaw working group meeting for September 16th, 2025. We do roll call and bear with me. This file was closed, sorry. All right. As you roll call, John Saylor was not here tonight. Josh Levy here. Sue Barber
Here.
Janine Helen, she's not here. Preston Hall, Tom Ryder here. Deb Anderson
Here.
Trip Hayes not here. Joe Ponda
Here.
and Kevin Hughes here. All right, do we have minutes?
We
No.
have 3 sets of minutes. The only question I had on the first one, did you mean to say that Janine walked in at 23 hour 25 minute?
No.
Which would be about
23 minutes into
11:25.
23 minutes into the video,
Gotcha.
23 minutes.
Which
Perfect.
one was that, August 21st?
That was the, yes. Gotcha, into the video.
23 minutes, so that somebody could find it if they needed to find when we became cool.
Okay.
That was the only reason why I mentioned it.
Okay.
Should I change how it's written?
No.
Okay.
Um,
Anything else?
That too? I don't see anything else on the 821 or 826. 827, I think, actually I was here, but I was invisible. But that's okay. There's a little mix up between.
Was it your phone? Was it on me on the?
Yeah, I had the video, I had the audio and everything. But no one knew I was there. It happened once at yeah, I entered a little late and that might have had something to do with it. Anyway, on the.
You were being punished.
Yeah, I know. So I did hear everything on the 27th, but I think there's a little mix up between Josh being here and Janine not being here with some of the roll call
Are we on the 27th right
on the
now?
27th.
Okay, hold on. Hold, please.
Does FinCom have an agenda? I mean, like a video? Do we know when we're on it yet?
Very first. Well, public comment, then.
Okay. Sharing the minutes from 8:27. Joe, can you see those?
Yep.
Fantastic. 8:27. So, what did I do?
I'm not there on a motion, but I wasn't attending.
Under.
The first part, under additional meetings. Motion, you have my name there. But I was not attending.
Oh,
That must be
okay.
someone else.
I have to figure out who motioned it then. I don't recall. It was so long ago.
I know, it was, seemed like a long time ago. How was your trip?
It was delightful. Thank you. I wish I was still on it. Anyways, getting back to it.
All
Okay,
right.
so I will go back through the video and figure out who motioned,
Okay.
because I probably just didn't change it from a previous.
If you want, I mean, it's a little thing, but if you want to.
Yeah.
And then Josh was here, but Janine not here. But then with a roll call here, you have Janine
On which
saying
one?
yes. Under subcommittee,
Under subcommittee. So Josh was here.
but Janine wasn't according to up here. But you have Josh with no roll call. And
Oh, he's here.
So
Yeah.
he's,
And
Josh.
then Janine with the yes or roll call. So I don't know how you wanna
Okay,
Right.
so I need to,
somehow.
so Josh is on there, which means he should have been on here. I just did not.
And the same thing, you motion to.
He's just my conscience, so
I know.
therefore I don't
I know.
notice that he's actually not here.
I'm not.
No, you are. That's what I mean. You're always
We see
here.
you.
We see you.
Okay.
You're seen.
All
You're
right.
seen and you're heard. Okay, so I've made all those changes.
All right. Okay. So, any other questions, changes, edits? Someone want to make a motion? All together.
So moved. For 3 sets of minutes or each one separately?
We can do all together.
Okay, so Sue motions to
8:21, 8:26.
accept the minutes for 8:21, 8:26, and 8:27.
Second.
All right,
Josh seconds that.
all right, we're gonna have a roll call vote. Josh Levy,
Yes.
Sue Barber,
Yes.
Tom Ryder,
Yes.
Deb Anderson.
Yes.
Joe Pondak,
Yes.
I vote yes. All right, the minutes have passed. Next up, we have all regulations all the time.
They look great.
So,
Good boy.
Did everyone get the
3 sets of minutes.
agenda for Wednesday's meeting?
Yes.
Because I sent.
I haven't had time to look at my emails. Did you send it today?
No, I sent it yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't,
Okay.
but it's, so,
I just want to make sure you received it.
so it's
Did
the
you receive
agenda
it,
for
Kim?
the
I
stormwater
don't-
meeting?
I don't think so.
So,
I mean, for the, thank you,
I have no idea.
so
what
on
it
Wednesday, we're going to FinCom.
right.
It's gonna be. Anyone who can make it is great, but right now it's gonna be me, John, John will be there, Josh, you coming?
Yes.
Good. Tom
Yes, I got it.
and Joe. Joe, are you gonna be there?
Yep.
Well,
Of course, welcome to be there.
aren't I supposed to be there? I'm
You,
confused.
yes.
Yeah.
But,
I thought it was just me, Tom, and Joe going,
There's a lot.
Well, this week, yeah.
and so,
Katie
and
wanted
now I'm
us,
not going at all. Which is fine.
so you will, so if this is what I'm thinking will happen. I'll go up, I'll do an intro tee off what this is.
Oh, you're
Article
going.
13, I thought I might.
Are you giving a presentation to?
I will
the
tee it off, and then they have read the bylaw. And I will sort of do broad brush strokes, but I figured they're gonna go to questions and ask technical questions of the departments, so Tom and Joe. And you're gonna have to answer.
What about me?
Oh, and yes, there'll be plenty of questions on
Please,
Concom.
Louise.
So I'm figuring about like half questions will be about Concom.
And it's
And
not like I don't have other things to do. Just saying.
so, and so I think that'll be Josh.
So
you have any other thoughts?
have they reviewed it? Have they read it?
Yeah, they,
I mean, like, to varying extents.
Okay,
but they did receive it in the packet from Dave they got, which also
Okay.
had the entire warrant, so it's in the warrant.
Will that mostly be, inference of, increasing workforce with the town?
I think that's gonna be more of the, you're right, I think that's the issue. I mean, so much, what's the cost of the town? Perhaps nothing for a builder having to put another, dry well in, but what's it for administrative issues for the departments? No questions about that.
so here was my thought on how to explain it.
Yes.
So we can give them a list.
Are you
or I can
gonna be
provide
there?
them, Yep,
Okay. All right. So you'll be feeling
assuming
this
I
way.
can,
Yep.
manage it. Yes, I plan to be there. I can pull a report from VPC, give them the total amount of, or pull our reporting from our NIPD's reporting. Give them the total amount of reviews that Paul, that's our engineering department does every year for the past at least 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
What I need from somebody is for them to anticipate, because of we've expanded, how many permits or what kind of permits, we're also expanding the need for a street permit. How many do we anticipate we might be getting? So in other words, I'm thinking we should do it in a fashion of, if it increases by 30%, 50%, 70%, and 100%. So which one of those 4 would then lend us to then needing a new body to do those kinds of reviews? Same thing goes for building, Joe, for inspections, if you have additional inspections that will need to be done. I don't think you've increased any of your inspections, but maybe if it has more stormwater, you might have to do a different set of inspections for more than you did before, but I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. But my thought is, if we said at 50% increase, Paul could absorb that into his current workload based on it taking, say 20 minutes to do a review. It takes him 20 minutes. It takes him 20 minutes to do, he's spending this percent of his workday on this. He can absorb whatever amount it is, which would be up to Tom to determine, whatever amount up to even say 70%. At that point, it would become untenable for him to do it in long term.
Yeah.
So we would need to look at another body, a potential another inspector or engineering personnel for either part-time, full-time, whatever that may be. But I wanted to show the progression of it, 30%, 50%, 70%, not 100, if it increases that much. We have no way of knowing how much it's going to increase. We can't possibly estimate because we're asking for things that have never been asked to be permitted before. So there's no real way for us to say, we think we're gonna get an extra 50 permits this year. I don't know that. So I think if we leave it to percentages, that's a better way to frame it than it is to have a distinct number to hit as a target.
Yeah, like minutes per permit.
Correct.
Yeah.
So on average, I don't know, how on average do you think it takes to review a permit in the engineering department for an engineering review?
For the current street permits?
Yeah.
He probably reviews like 5 in like an hour or so.
So you figure,
So he probably does like 5 every morning.
so like, say, so if you
10
say
to
like 10 to
15
15 minutes, if you
Yeah.
say each review currently, and does that include if he has to go out to the site though?
No,
No.
just review, so.
Desktop review, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to clarify, it's a desktop review,
Yeah.
10 to 15 minutes per review. So if I look up his, stop this and look up his.
It's trying to tag me for another. It's saying that I don't have an account for some reason, but it has my account.
An account for what?
Right.
Yeah,
Joe Pondak, what do you think of the numbers? Does that sound right-ish? If you were asked?
It's just so hard to say.
Right,
I really don't know. The crystal ball really isn't working tonight.
but would
I
you
mean,
be?
really, could you get that looked at?
Well, we
Yes,
can use the
it's,
8 ball
it's
for
sort of
now.
like the owl, it's a little dodgy.
We'll put a
What's that
ticket
one that
in.
used to shake?
We'll put a ticket in.
Is that the 8 ball? Oh.
But, all right, so the question will be like, if this thing passes, are you guys okay to like hold on tight because you might get swamped? Or do you think?
I don't think we have a choice.
So my
Okay.
question is this, do you have, if we have additional things that need to be inspected, and do you have a way to quantify about how much how long an inspection takes that you would do for like stormwater stuff?
So here's what I see. I think from building permit point of view, I think that currently the review of the design is done by engineering, and I hope that would continue. I
Yeah,
think because the bylaw is more complicated, that it's going to add to the time that it takes for each review. So, let's just say that building permits stay flat or stay level. As to whatever reviews we were doing in the past on the design, that's probably going to go up by about at least, I would say, 20%. And then we're really not doing any inspections, any formal inspections. And I anticipate incorporating at least one inspection into each project, into each building permit project. So in other words, we do the demolition inspection after the building's torn down. We do the excavation inspection when they dig the hole. We do the foundation inspection before they backfill it. And we do the frame inspection after the house is framed. Somewhere in between foundation and frame inspection, we need to, because that's typically the time that most of the tanks and pipes would be at least started to be put in. So somewhere in between those two inspections, we have to add another inspection. So if we're doing, let me just, excavation, foundation, frame, insulation, final. If we're doing 5 inspections now, we're clearly going to 6 at a minimum.
Yeah.
The frame inspection takes the longest, so it's hard to, time-wise. Each inspection, with the exception of the frame inspection, we got to allow for about 20 minutes. The frame inspection is usually an hour and a half or more. So whatever that calculates out to, and now I'm just talking building permits. I'm not sure, when we're capturing these other projects under street permits, maybe Tom could speak more to that. But that's my take on what would be involved generally. Will there be some that are quicker? Yes. Will there be some that are problematic? Yes. But that's to be expected. Is there an
Right,
increase?
but I'm just saying on average, it takes you about 20 minutes per inspection.
Correct.
Okay.
I think the other question is about cost to homeowners, or property owners. So what is the incremental cost of having to store 1.5 inches versus the current 1 inch? And I think we had an
Kind of
estimate.
depends on your.
Yeah, I did have some numbers as far as, for every 1,000 square feet of impervious area, we think there's gonna be at least one more chamber installed for material costs. That is, material cost that's under $1,000. But I don't, but.
Are those 10 to 30 for each chamber?
How much they cost per chamber? They're, well, the large units used to be, well, the Caltech 330s used to be $330 for that unit, but now, that was like 20 years ago.
Okay.
So now they're like 500, 600.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So each one of those large chambers could be about $600, $700 more now. That's just
Well,
materials.
That's total. So if you need, I'm just trying to figure out the difference between the requirements of 1.5 inches and 1 inch.
Yeah, so no, that'll be one extra for every 1,000 more square feet of impervious area.
And then how many trees do they have to plant?
3.
3
So how much
per
is a tree?
system.
How much does a tree cost?
I mean, like,
I don't usually buy trees.
right,
Well, just if we're figuring out how much.
Costco would be, or Home Depot is probably like, depending what you plant.
Mhm.
It's like $30 a tree.
That's it?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, look at
That
that,
doesn't cost.
Okay,
If you
but
go
it
to-
has to be 2 inches.
2 inches, yeah, but.
Is that something we want
If
to
you go to
factor into
Liz-
our amount that it's gonna cost?
Yep.
A homeowner?
Yep.
Going forward.
And street permits vary. The cost of street permits would probably vary.
I think the streets permits around.
We said that they have to be native trees, right?
$375.
I'm assuming we're specifying
permit.
native
Across the
trees.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for
Never
digging
changes,
in the
isn't
road,
Thank you.
so occupying is
That's why you got
$100
that piece
for
of
digging
paper,
is
otherwise,
$375. So
no deal.
we'd have to incorporate
Have you no idea.
this
what you
into
need for
our
it.
street
I know.
permit fees.
I know. I miss you
So-
over there on the other side of the table. I
Right
can't
now,
whisper
it
in your
would
ear.
probably be $100 because of the occupying,
Let's see.
but if we have, and if we include addition inspections, maybe bump it up to the same prices as if we were excavated in the road.
Now, phosphorus capture, how much are we supposed, how much do we capture, how much are we supposed to?
With the 1 inch, we're up around 90%, and if we go to 1.5 inches, we're like at 99%.
9% of capture,
99%, yeah.
all right.
is
But
that
how
the-
much to the town, are we supposed, are we
Oh, how much?
supposed to
Yeah,
measure it, right?
so we need to remove 2,100 pounds or so of phosphorus.
And we currently remove like 70.
You know, we're around 70 right now.
2,100 pounds per year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about 70 right now, and that's not. we haven't
Now, it's,
taken
we're
off
at
that.
about 70, but keeping in mind, we can't currently count private BMPs
Right,
because we don't have a reporting mechanism, which we have put into this
right, yes,
bylaw. So once we have those, it may increase it. I don't think it's gonna increase it by thousands. It's not even gonna increase it by hundreds probably, but it
Right.
would definitely add to the bottom line. How
Right.
much it will, I'm not really sure.
right, but right now, we're gonna have to spend how many millions to rectify this,
10,
10 million?
that's what our
I'm
current
sorry.
budget for BMPs to meet the 2,100 is.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no,
No, I know, but that's what ours for
Okay,
the next couple of years. I mean, it's way more than that when you add it all together.
right, but that's the real
Right.
cost to the town,
Oh, yeah,
so like, this is a real benefit to the shopping.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
okay.
gonna make it like 10 million less? Probably not.
No, but we'll take the savings right down.
Yeah.
I would say so, yes.
And actually, I think people will feel like they're doing something as part of it too.
Right,
Yeah, say
Yeah, that's a good point.
$100 a tree,
okay,
$100 a tree.
so like $300 a tree.
Plus the plant to install.
right. But we might also say, the crew's there, they're digging, you know, they have the equipment.
Mhm.
So it's- those are soft costs, but you're right, 300.
They're figuring it out if they're gonna ask.
Now, on the plus side though, if we're getting more street permits, we're also getting more revenue, which offsets that. Because,
Yeah, our fees and costs, are they, what do they do about, are they neutral? I mean, I assume they're neutral, they're not making money.
I mean, they're not doing it if they would have needed a building permit, the only place that we get more income is if they wouldn't have needed a building permit or a
Right.
street permit. Or they wouldn't have gotten one. If, because they now need one, there's a
So,
anywhere between 50 to $400 per permit.
well,
whatever it
actually,
is.
that's the issue, yeah, we're doing more inspections, but if we're doing just more permitting,
Yeah,
that's more fees.
And to be honest, I'm not sure how many more we're gonna capture with the street permit, because you're talking about pickleball courts, tennis
Right.
courts.
and
Everything's
it
gonna
also
be-
assumes that people are telling us when they're doing it,
And,
not just doing it.
And
without.
also, I think a lot of it's gonna be captured on the building department, or the conservation end. Where there's a Wetlands Protection Act thing going on, or addition. So there are driveways that are being expanded and equipment running, going off the property line. That, but how significant is it? I think building departments will see far, far more than we would see. So
Who would, as they build it?
the building department would see far more.
Yeah.
So it would be captured in a lot of the building department plans, yeah. So I'm saying, how many pickleball courts, how many tennis courts are we seeing every year?
Right.
Not many, there's one, maybe five, right? But the addition of the driveways, we'll see some of that.
Right.
And conservation too.
And
Mhm.
also, what is the so if the town is an applicant, on a school building, how much does that increase the cost?
Yeah, good question.
So as far as like any of the town projects, I think we need to do far more.
Yeah, we're into
Yeah,
commercial,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Commercial zone.
Yeah. We would need to do far more anyways, like for like the tennis courts, for the high school tennis courts, we've heard a lot of complaints about people for the drainage stuff, so we did more than the inch. Every other project that we're doing, we had to add more drainage to it.
So this bylaw isn't necessarily impacting that.
Yeah,
It's really it, right?
yeah. Even if we're building within the limits of the road, I think we need to do drainage. Having planning that, we gotta make sure that we're able to plan like the next round of construction projects that highway has going next year. We're gonna make sure that we're like starting right now.
Yeah.
Because we missed the boat on Brookside Road. you probably heard that complaint.
Yeah.
That we had opportunity. and-
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah,
I stopped sharing for a second, sorry.
Um,
It's very selfish. My apologies.
okay, what other questions? Josh, Chanel, you're a former FinCom.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, what?
Oh, yes.
He's one of those.
So what were they asked? Like that, questions, costs, town, FTEs.
Well, I think, in background, I think it would be helpful to say why we're doing it.
Right.
So like, the existing bylaw was rushed, I think that's fair to say.
Mm.
It's unclear.
I wouldn't say it was, well, I mean, it was rushed, but it was also, it was a brand new, it had never been,
You're right, I'm not trying to blame anyone, but.
yeah, it wasn't necessarily, I mean, it was rushed, but it wasn't like, they were working with a permit they didn't really understand, and even EPA changed several things about it along the way over the 5 years, so it was a very big learning curve, so it was without all of the information,
That's a lot better way of saying it.
you know what I mean? Gee, thanks.
So this is an improvement over that. It makes it clearer, it makes it more enforceable. I mean, I think Tom, there's so many times where you go back and forth with developers. Their
Yeah,
behaviors.
you're stuck doing it this way. It's unclear on like if you have more than 4,000 or if you, and you do it, and you're doing a project. Are you triggered into the over 4,000 or,
Yeah.
you know, it's, or just doing a little addition, or just doing a little patio, you know?
Right.
And what are those requirements? I think the regulations will take effect, we'll help with that.
Yay, beat him a fish.
Well, I just had my second. I'm in your peppermint patty world right now. I'm snowshoeing in the Alps.
Those are refreshing, I think.
They are refreshing. My mother used to keep one in the refrigerator at all times. Yeah.
I mean, I will in a moment, but I wanna, I'm math geeking at the moment.
So should we get back to regulation?
Yeah.
We should, but I
So
kinda
when
wanna,
you go over Dave's stuff,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
no, I don't care when you do it.
I looked at it.
But he was getting all technical with me.
Oh.
And so I said, maybe you should run this by Tom.
You want to take a look at it?
So-
Our bylaw?
So we can, but I think that he has more ideas and thoughts that you would make sense out of. I would
You think it's for the bylaw or for regulation?
bylaw.
What's Dave up to? Is it vital?
He sent some thoughts and revisions he thought that we should,
Did we see this previously?
no, he
Maybe,
just sent it today.
maybe you should look at it first.
No.
He just sent it
Check
today.
with it, shall I go-
I'm sorry, I just forwarded it to Tom and Kim because they said to forward it
Yeah,
to Tom, so.
yeah, amen.
Why is this, it wants me to buy Microsoft. Try to work.
I think it's really important to put the 1.5 inches in bylaw.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Want me to print it out for everybody?
Dave.
yes,
I'm
He's
sorry.
saying just put in regulations.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that. The one thing that I do kind of agree with him on is on the second page, on the back. Just to be absolutely clear, multiplied by, so 1.5 inches isn't just like, you know, a volume, it's 1.5 inches times however much impervious area.
Yes, right, multiplied
So
by,
like, yeah, adding those words multiplied by, I think could be very helpful.
okay.
The 250 cubic yards, we did not put that in the bylaw, is that right? For the,
No, we
for
didn't.
the land,
It was
I'm almost thinking that should be in
minivans,
the bylaw
Maybe
too.
that's right, but we talked, yeah, why wasn't that, I know what you mean, I thought we said,
Just to give a guideline, a guideline in the bylaw.
I don't know.
It sounds like Dave is against having anything specific
I
yeah,
think that's,
in the
I
bylaw
disagree.
at all.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too, because people are gonna go to the bylaw. I mean, that's the guiding light, really, before you get to the
okay,
regulations.
so for the engineering reviews based on 15 minutes per review, if we increase our volume of permits by 30%. Okay, so the average is 140 reviewed per year. He reviews about 140 per year over the course of
A year,
12 months.
Yeah.
52 weeks of work.
365 days.
You bet. So if we increase it by 30%, that would mean 42 extra permits. That's for only 42. So if we get 42 more permits per year that he has to review.
30% is just a number, it's arbitrary,
30% is 30% of the 140 we get already.
Right, yeah, stop.
Is that kind of an annual increase, or I mean, is there?
Right, so if we
Okay.
get 30% more, it would mean another 10.5 hours per week that he is potentially, or 10.5 hours, not per week, but per year.
All right,
but is that reasonable?
Is that part of his job
Is it
description?
reasonable that we would get 30% more?
Is that like part of his job description?
I think so.
We do.
I absolutely think so. Because we're asking people for street permits that have never had to do a street permit before. Never. I think 30% is likely, but it could be a little more, it could be a little less,
Right,
I don't know.
42 extra permits means 10, how many extra hours a year?
10.5 hours
Per year? or
per
week?
year,
Oh, per year, oh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's very.
per year. I said originally week, but it's per year.
Okay,
Because we do 140 total for the year. So it would be an extra 42 for the year.
That is, do we sense that that's absorbable by some?
10 hours a year?
10 hours in a year, yeah.
Hey, I'm just asking.
The maximum, if
Right.
if we increased by 100%, we doubled the amount of work that he has to do.
Right.
That increases it to 35 hours per year that needs to get absorbed into his
Right.
time.
So that sounds to me like there's no operation, no impact on the budget related to operations.
As far as a full-time employee goes, not necessarily. The question being, if the reviews become more intensive
Thank you.
and or by absorbing those things, he's moving something else off his plate, we may need something, thank you, sir. We may need something for something else that he's not looking at.
I don't have one.
But I think that's a good, that gives a sense of the scale.
Correct,
Thank you.
correct.
Okay,
So, Joe,
Tommy looks
is the same
suspicious.
thing for
I had
permits
6,
and for
so-
building
I
permits?
can't-
Five?
I can't make out what anybody's saying.
oh, yeah, hold on,
Alright.
everyone. We're saying, go ahead.
I'm saying, so the numbers that I did, I took all of the engineering reviews that Paul has done since 2020, so for the past 5 years. Average, he does about 140 per year from building permits, whether they be new construction, addition, whatever it is that requires an engineering review. Okay?
I get that.
So 140. If we increase it by 30%, that's 42 extra permits per year.
Right, I caught all of that, yeah.
Okay, so is there something I could do? Can I run the same thing for a building assumption? And I, like, if I run all the permits that go through, see, the thing is I have to run all the ones that have stormwater on them. And go through it and
allot it 20 minutes.
allotted 20 minutes per thing. And I only have till from 2022 till now. I don't have 2020. 2021 for that.
How long will
COVID
that
years.
take you?
It doesn't matter.
Mm.
Okay, here's a question.
So maybe just do a 3-year look back for the other one too. Since you only have the data for 3 years now.
I could.
Here's the question. If the new reviews also require like a plot plan, soil stuff, and a as-built drawings, which are done by the builder.
Yeah.
And by their surveyor or engineer.
Yeah.
They eat those costs, but that's a cost to homeowners or potential homeowners.
It is.
But does the rigor of what they are doing make it easier for your departments?
Yes, right, because sometimes afterwards they're coming in on, they're in the groundwater, they can't, they need to do a connection now. So that's part of what, we can't do anything because our groundwater's too high to do any work, so soil testing is important.
So it's important, but they're helping make it decisions.
Yeah.
All right, so the reviews get more complicated. We're getting better information,
Correct.
and it's less, not on your, I mean, it's less off your plate to get that information as you're providing it. Adds the cost to the potential homeowner.
Right.
But not to the town.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, because they'll need a civil engineer. I think I came up with something like
Including
$250
town
to
projects.
$2,000.
Right.
Yeah.
How much is still, yeah, so what's the
Oh,
civil?
we're hiring civil engineers. Right.
1,500 to 2,000. Yeah, for the soil testing plan. So that's on top of the typical surveying cost, so
Right.
double up the surveying cost.
Okay. All right. Do you feel good about that?
I mean, I guess, so Joe, are you okay with my doing that if I pull permits, stormwater, any permits that had stormwater that triggered the stormwater, at least that we have right now from 2022 till now? And then I assume each inspection on those permits, how many inspections did you say per permit?
Well, there are basically 5 inspections now. This will increase that to 6.
Okay, so, but at five inspections per permit at 20 minutes each, that means it's like an hour.
Except the
Yeah,
framing
but
was
again,
an hour and a half.
you
Or
know,
an
keep
hour,
in
2
mind,
hours? Almost 2 hours?
But that doesn't
one of
change.
those inspections is a long one. It's an hour and a half, minimum
But
hour
that's
and a
not
half.
gonna change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a constant,
Yeah, the only thing that's changing is one extra inspection.
No, I understand, but I'm trying to get the base number to say to get my average of how many hours do we currently spend doing inspections? And then
Right.
have the increase of 20 minutes for an additional inspection is now increasing by how much? At what point would you need to add another body to do those inspections is my question. Because then the next question, to me at least, would be, well, does that mean it's gonna extend the time that they have to have the permit out? Like, if they're waiting to schedule inspections, is that
Right.
a detriment, you know what I mean?
The Joe's usually really quick.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying he isn't, I'm just saying that could be a question that they ask. like,
Right, and the
what-
question will be, will this delay building projects if there's an extra inspection that, like,
Correct.
turn around?
Can it be added to an existing inspection?
No, it's time wise, right?
I don't know. I'm just, Joe had
Again,
said
I'm
between these 2 inspections, it would probably make sense, but could it just be added to one of them instead?
Ask them.
This extra inspection is because the infiltration units,
Yeah,
because we're going from 1 to 1.5, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So Joe, would you do a totally separate inspection for the stormwater stuff? Or would it be part of another inspection? So then it would not be a full 20 minutes.
My guess is it's going to be a separate inspection in that it
Separate
generally
altogether.
speaking won't be combined with another inspection.
Okay,
Joe, if we did some sort of like job card, like if Paul is out there, he can sign and, the job card, or if your crew is out there, they can sign the job card, or like if,
Well, I mean,
each other.
contractors have gotten so spoiled now that many of them don't keep job cards anymore. And, while we could certainly add one to the job card, the way we do inspections now is with the tablet. So, we go out, we do the inspection, we log into that particular permit, and then we we record the inspection on the tablet, not necessarily on the job card. So, I mean, we
right,
could
so
say we want
Paul
to do
could
that,
go
but
do it.
the problem is half the time you guys are gonna go out there and there'll be no job card on the site. Because they just,
Okay.
Right, but Paul could do that because he has access to VPC, so he would just pull up the permit, he could do an inspection, and he could sign off on that inspection, correct? If you allowed it, obviously.
he could, yeah. But it's
Yeah.
still an inspection.
Yeah.
Right, no, I'm just saying, just so that, if you guys are overwhelmed with I don't know, 100 West Street, say, we could go out and do another inspection.
Okay, how many inspectors, so there's a different inspect, like there's a plumbing, electrical, how many, like? what
Those are
inspector-
totally separate. I'm not,
Okay.
I wasn't counting those.
That's not even part of this.
Okay.
Part of these.
No, no, I
That's
got
not-
it, but how
He's talking
many,
about building
right,
inspectors.
how many people do you have? I don't know how many inspectors.
He has 200 people, no, just kidding.
That's 1,000. How many inspectors?
How many people do you have doing building inspections, Joe? You,
Right now I have, right now, myself and two others. I am short. I had a part-time inspector retire, so he's gone. We were able to make that a full-time position, but we're unable to fill it. We posted it, we did interviews. We had two final candidates and both of them declined the position. So now we've got to re-advertise it and post it
so you
again.
currently have, if I'm understanding, 2.5 inspectors.
No, currently we have three if you count me, but I don't do a lot of inspections. I'm mostly in the office.
Right, gotcha. All right, but we're expecting to get a full-time person back. So-
Right.
We're
three.
hoping, yeah.
Yeah, so, so this is temporary, but yeah, that seems doable.
I think so.
Thank
That's the
God
thing.
they're gonna be full-time.
Yeah.
Okay,
So for building, I need to get the number of permits with stormwater and 5 inspections currently.
And if we have a requirement that they record the O and M, that's gonna be on the back end of the inspection before the occupancy.
You need to register.
Yeah, there is time involved in closeout as well. You know, and the other thing we're not considering here is that, I mean, there is some effect on staff and, you
right,
know, scheduling and all of that. That's, you know, more phone calls, more adjustments to the scheduler. It's all, you know, individually, you look at these things and you say, oh, it's not much, but then you combine them all together and yeah, there could be some.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to figure out if there's a threshold of percentage that you can. I mean, obviously you can't understand impacts that are outside of numbers of the physical numbers we can come up with. But barring any other major crises, what is the increase or how many permits, if you had an additional 50%, if you increased your permit processing by 50%, would you then need to be looking to hire a new, whether it be admin or inspector or whatever? Like, because if you're saying, I would need to add another admin to do the back end work, well, that's probably cheaper than an inspector as well. So keeping in mind, they're not 1-for-1.
right, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an answer on this.
Okay. I'm just saying that if we're posing the answer from engineering as to how we would figure out if we needed another person or another body, based on what we think might happen, then I want to give them a, you know, this is likely what we think might happen, this could happen, this is worst case scenario. I mean, if it explodes and there's over 300 permits, well, I think we have bigger problems than,
But that's not gonna be because of this bylaw, that would be
Correct.
because of something else.
that would be something, a whole other issue. And I think the town would have bigger
okay,
concerns.
And on the other hand, this bylaw, it states what has to be done, you know? I mean, yeah, so we might have to increase, the town might have to increase costs in one place or another. But the bylaw, as it states, I mean, it's what we've got to do.
Yeah, I mean, let's not pretend we don't have to add staff to do nifty stuff, I mean, just inspections of our own town-owned BMPs. Water and sewer doesn't have the people that have time to do it, so we've fallen behind on those, we don't, I mean, there were.
Yeah.
Way other needs for staff anyway, so it's not,
all right, we'll understand, thank you.
Yeah, this one we would absorb in engineering.
Yeah.
We would divide it out.
yeah, did you hear my totals?
I missed the totals, I
So
see-
basically 10, if a minimum, if we increase by 30%, 10.5 hours per year, that would increase reviews. At 50%, it would increase it by 17.5 hours per year. Not talking per week, per year.
Yeah.
And then,
And that's based on how many, what do you got for numbers there? Up to-
42, 70, and 98, so 40,
Well,
this first one here is 40,
first year was 40,
42, adding 42 permits. Well, because the average is 140 per year.
yeah,
And then, so if we added another 42 permits per year, it would add another
Oh.
10.5 hours.
okay, yeah.
So the worst case scenario, if we doubled what he does, it adds 35 hours per year of work,
A review work.
of review work,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Do you guys want to move on to regulations?
Yes, I do.
Yes. All right, all regulations all the time.
Okay.
So when we last were here, cruise, we were at,
Just calling it up, give me one moment, please.
So we did meet, Joe,
Oh,
Deb
yes.
and I.
thank you.
I don't have minutes from that yet. So unfortunately, we met kind of briefly. We went over a few items and, but I think we could only meet briefly at the time. I don't think we accomplished everything we wanted to, so.
What you got, what you get done?
We talked a little bit about the bylaw and just the incorporation. We talked about, the inspection process.
Okay.
What else, Joe? We were talking about like self-certification of stuff, how to plug that in and whether it was a wise idea to do so. So, was that?
It's your contact unit. It was a joke that night when we were talking about the full text self-verifying.
Self-certified, that's
And
right. That's right.
There's a knock at your door, who's there? It's your contact unit.
You can make a commercial. That could be part of our education. You can do a YouTube commercial.
Sorry.
Okay,
It was funny,
So as we
I know.
bump into it, you can resolve, it tell us what you did.
Yeah.
As we go along. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we ended with our on low permeability soil, I believe. And
Oh,
25.
favorite. Let's see.
Before we get started, can we take a quick pause?
Yeah. Yep, all
Because
right,
As much, try as I may, I can't. quite do that.
5-minute recess.
Okay, 5 minutes, I promise I'll be quick.
It's still recording, so just.
Is there any
Keep it
way,
clean.
I know it's really busy this week, but is there any way of getting a paper copy of the regulations as they stand?
Yeah,
Well, the regulations-
Will we hope that by Thursday they're gonna be done?
Is that the 9.5 ones?
Is it 9.5?
I don't know. That's what I have on top of mine, but
not even 2 undated versions. I don't know, I think that one is signed by Teddy Egan.
No, it's on the
The other-
sheriff's side, isn't it? The sheriff's side.
oh,
Is
Is that what it was?
Louis Miller.
could be. So I have two things dated 9.5. I have the regulations and the bylaw. It's not in my handwriting, which makes me think it's you, Tom.
Sue, you were asking.
I wrote that.
Grading.
Is that the latest?
So
and
the
greatest?
language is the
That was at the last meeting.
It's any change in grade, so it's actually broader.
Yes,
Okay, so this is what I have this, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like that, yeah. Yeah. This I do have. That I do have. Thank you.
oh, all right,
Yeah.
so, by the way, on my version, on rights, I saw
Yeah.
low permeable soil is 10.6.
I
I did.
that too.
We had something happened.
Are we in the regulations?
Because we reformatted that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What section in the bylaw are we at with the regulations?
Well, thankfully, they're the same.
Yeah, right,
So
Right.
7.10.6, hopefully.
okay.
Okay.
Boy, good, okay.
Reconsideration.
Okay. All right, we're back.
All right, now.
Now the new renumbered 10.5, right?
Close.
No permeability? soil?
Low permeability.
I have
soil.
10.5, is it not 10.5?
My version says 10.6.
I think we removed it,
Yeah.
the thing before, from an older version.
Yeah, that's right. You
What's
follow
happening?
this.
You have the right version.
I do.
You do. You're on the ball, Zach. You are on the ball. Okay, Joe, can you see the screen okay? Is this big enough for you? Do you need it larger? Or no?
He was
Okay.
taking a recess seriously, he's like.
They're eating. I'm gonna eat.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
thank
so,
you.
Low permeability soil. During the design of the stormwater management and erosion control plan, the site in whole or in part may be found to contain soils with low permeability that do not allow stormwater to infiltrate effectively. Low permeability soils are those that absorb water solely due to natural soil properties, compaction, or seasonal saturation. Supporting information such as soil test locations prepared by a qualified soil evaluator should be provided to document how these areas were identified and how they influence the design of stormwater management measures. The alternative approaches provided are approved methods that should be considered during project development and design to manage stormwater. These methods may be used in place of or in conjunction with the traditional infiltration methods described in these regulations to meet or exceed the required 1.5-inch infiltration standard. While these alternatives can enhance infiltration, their applicability still depends on soil conditions and site constraints and must be evaluated for suitability at each project site. So in other words, you may use one, you may use multiple, or you may use none of them. Your site might not be suitable for any of them, but these are possible alternatives, okay?
So who's a qualified soil evaluator?
I am, yeah.
Wannabe,
Did we define that?
I don't know,
We did.
is it in a definition or something?
It's in the bylaw.
Okay. Did we decide if it had to be a PE? Or,
Well,
A professional who has demonstrated the necessary experience or credentials, or a Massachusetts registered professional engineer with expertise in soils to perform soil evaluations specifically for stormwater management purposes, including infiltration feasibility.
and what's the first part again?
A professional.
A professional, so someone who, there are cases of people who teach this to certify people, but they're not certified. But they could do it.
What was the first sentence?
A professional who has demonstrated the necessary experience, credentials.
What does that mean, that they've demonstrated it, like,
They're in that space, I guess. You're right, they're not, they may not be certified.
I mean, just because they're telling us, or there's no proof, there's just.
well, if they have a soil evaluator's license.
Is there a license for a soil evaluator?
Yeah, there is.
I
So
think
should
we
we
should
say
be more
soil, a
specific.
We
license?
had this, yeah, we had this discussion, we were going to say either licensed soil evaluator, and then we said we're qualified.
I mean, cause that's just saying.
Are they licensed or are they
yeah,
registered? Because there's a difference between a license and a registration.
That's a good, so that might be the difference.
I believe it's licensed, yeah.
What are we concerned about?
I just wanna make sure that we're consistent in who we're accepting this information from.
Okay,
And not have some people say, oh, you have to be a PE, or, yeah, you know, they've demonstrated it, what does that mean, they've
He doesn't follow
demonstrated
all
it?
my stuff, yeah, I get it, is that demonstrated? Joe, any thoughts?
Yeah, my opinion is that it should be either a licensed soil evaluator, a geotech engineer, or a civil engineer.
All right,
Those three categories.
sounds good to me, can we put that in?
Hold on.
Yeah, so who has demonstrated the necessary experience / credentials,
Just
what
make
does that mean?
meetings.
Can you quantify that for me?
You really,
Individuals
in
become-
Massachusetts, that really has to do, soil evaluators have to do with Title V regulations now.
Yeah, well, that's why I kind of wanted to broaden it a little bit, because there are people who teach the class that are not licensed inspectors. But they could determine what groundwater is, they could determine the types of soils,
Right, could they get a license?
but they couldn't get a license because individuals become approved soil evaluators or inspectors by taking designated class and passing a written examination.
I was gonna do it. At that time. No, I'm serious.
You may.
According to mass.gov, registered sanitarians in Massachusetts, engineers in training with the appropriate concentration, registered land surveyors, certified health officers, board of health members or agents, and or people with academic credentials in soil or geological sciences or non-college level
College.
soil science courses. There's also, so in registered professional engineers with civil sanitary or environmental engineering concentrations.
Alright.
To
Maybe we
meet
should
to
close
meet
this can of
eligibility.
worms that I opened.
Yes.
To meet eligibility for a licensed soil evaluator.
So then we have to change the definition of the bylaw.
Yeah,
Can we do
We
that?
had this discussion before.
I know we did, yes.
Deja
We
vu.
did, we did, we have deja vu all over again. But I
yeah.
like, let's go what Joe says. I mean, he's a guy doing it.
Okay,
Well,
so what were the,
Deb
what was
raised
the,
it first.
Deb did raise it first.
Yeah.
What
I don't know,
what
he's been
were
ignoring me this whole.
So,
I mean,
prepared
I
by
showed
a
her all night, and she got here and she's
qualified
eating.
soil evaluator,
That's the
Right.
issue between us.
should I say in here as defined by?
Joe,
or-
what was your line?
My suggestion was soil evaluator, geotech engineer, or civil engineer.
Licensed soil evaluator,
Yeah,
But I think Tom, makes a good point that there are people that are qualified to do this who don't hold either of those licenses. And there should be we shouldn't be so rigid that we exclude those people.
well, how about we make a list of those people? They need to come and bring what their qualifications are and they make it onto the list.
Oh, God, now we have,
And then we say those people.
now we just had
Are
40
included.
minutes to each review.
We've literally had people, homeowners, trying to do their own soil evaluations.
Mm.
I dug the hole in my backyard
Okay.
and this is what I saw,
All
right?
right, maybe, maybe we
It's
should,
happened.
maybe should just.
We're like,
keep this-
no, you
Right.
can't do it.
maybe,
Let's just
so
keep on the up and
maybe,
up.
maybe soil evaluators are, those are the opinion of the approving authority that meet the qualifications of being a soil evaluator, or something to that effect.
Right, but who's gonna go look and see if we list a person if that person is a soil?
She would say, what's your profession that gives you the, they might say, I'm a civil engineer, I just haven't taken the soil evaluators class, or I do wetlands delineations, but I haven't taken the soil evaluation class.
So can we just say a professional who has demonstrated to the permitting authority the necessary experience or credentials? Like, can we give the staff
Yeah.
some discretion?
Yes,
Yeah, the soil evaluator,
Okay.
and.
So am I not changing the words
Right,
in the
okay, yeah.
regulation and just changing the word in the bylaw?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe it should be direct with the bylaw as it is, but just to say, and further, further evaluation by the permitting authority or something like that. Yeah, I think it should be explained in there, not just someone waiting to hear from the permitting authority whether, what kind of qualifications you have to have. That makes sense?
Mhm.
I don't know,
In other words, what's in there now?
yeah.
I have it. in there. What's in there?
Qualified
Keep
service.
going, keep going,
I'm
keep going.
sorry, can I
going.
apologize now?
No, I like it. I like the definition.
I'm sorry.
Who's demonstrated the necessary experience, credentials, or Massachusetts registered professional engineer with experience in soils to perform soil evaluation specifically for stormwater management purposes, including infiltration feasibility. So I had initially said, would demonstrated to the permitting authority. necessary expertise.
Yeah, you know what?
But how would they demonstrate it to you? Like, or has provided documentation to demonstrate?
Well, it
It
just
would be
means
some
that
kind of
in their
charade
judgment.
type of thing, what I'm
Okay,
picturing.
No, I would add that, Tom more than me, but me somewhat. We can tell if they're qualified by the data that they submit. If they say they dug a hole and found a bunch of brown dirt, we know they're not qualified. But if they come up with some actual soil classifications, I went down 2 feet and I found, loose sand and gravel. I went down 3.5 feet and I found, blue clay. And that's, we can judge by their submittal whether or not they're actually qualified. Would you agree, Tom?
Yes, yeah,
Do you agree to-
yeah,
Okay.
I
Don't be
think they need
quiet.
a,
You have
yeah.
very valuable knowledge. I need you.
okay.
So
Okay.
I changed the definition from unqualified soil evaluator to state a professional who can demonstrate to the permitting authority the necessary experience, credentials, or a Massachusetts registered professional engineer with expertise in soils to perform soil evaluations specifically for stormwater management purposes, including infiltration feasibility. How we feel about that? We feel good? Warm fuzzies? Yes? Going
Yeah,
once?
yes.
Going twice? So, done.
All right, that
Okay.
can of worms is closed.
Saving, hold please saving. Okay, I'm gonna have to upload a new version again.
While we're here. Yeah, no, I won't get counted.
Where are we?
I have in my
Josh.
notes, in the definitions, change in grade, do we need to define what change in grade is, or is that clear?
Now, that came up before, didn't it?
Right.
In grading, it says changing the level or shape of the ground surface,
Ah, awesome, okay,
Yeah.
I was looking for something else, thank you.
certainly. Anything else?
That's the hand closed. All right, back to.
Thank you for
Red.
coming.
My question is,
All right.
if we have like little changes in the stormwater bylaw before the select board
Yeah.
meeting, how do we proceed with that? Like if we've submitted for our September 24th meeting.
Yeah.
Already, so that's,
The language, it hasn't been printed yet,
okay,
so, and the public hearing's on the 24th, and the warrant's closing on the 24th, so like this minor change. So everyone's comfortable with it can go in.
This technical change.
so up until
We
what
just
point
need to
we
send it to
say,
Miles.
that's it,
Wednesday,
Next Wednesday,
the 24th.
Um,
on the day we meet with the select board?
That's when the warrant's closing, yeah.
that's when the one's closing, but it's not till, I think, till it's printed, which is,
Maybe the week later, I mean.
yeah,
so,
Doesn't
so.
you get an extra week, but that's it.
So theoretically, the select board at any warrant could say, we need to make these changes, you
Yeah.
guys make the change, and then it'll go to print.
Yeah, when it goes to print.
So
that's what
it hasn't gone to
the-
print right now, because that was, I sent it out last week thinking that, oh shoot, it's going to print right now.
No.
No.
It's printed
They want you
is
to
what-
think,
Is what they
That's
vote on.
probably what they want us.
they really do.
All right, so,
Can I just ask a quick question while we're on the warrant information?
Yeah.
So, Katie asked me to send her, what we want in the, like, the write-up for the warrant thing. Isn't that what I worked with you guys before I left on the?
Yeah.
So what was not okay about that, I guess is my question.
We didn't send it over to her.
just get it.
Okay.
You need to press send, apparently.
Gotta do it. And did you cancel the, building monitor for tomorrow from here?
So you did that.
Oh my God. Please tell me you
I
did.
will, why don't you?
Please tell me you did. I'm not kidding. Please don't tell me you did not. You didn't?
I don't remember doing it, but that was so long ago. I might have talked to Kristen. I'll double check.
Write it down.
You need to
Yeah.
let Kristen know, because whoever's coming tomorrow night, I believe we were the only meeting in this building, so.
And
nobody
tonight
would
there
have to-
wasn't a monitor.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There is a building monitor here tonight.
Maybe they didn't have one for tomorrow and we're out of
Yeah.
we're in the clear, but
It seemed like,
I
it
swear to
seemed
God,
like
I
people,
can't.
You really.
I was really trying to be on the ball here.
Right,
Okay,
back to Greg's.
all right, that's done. Sharing stopped. Share.
I think you already did it though, Ken.
Okay, I thought we already sent that. That's why I was confused by her email the other day. I'm like, well, I need it by Friday. Katie.
Okay.
All right, so we got.
I did not cancel the building monitor because you guys were still unsure if we were gonna have a dual
That's
meeting
true.
and
Apparently everyone's going except me tomorrow.
You're invited.
you are totally going. If I'm gonna sit there and
I'm
freeze,
not
you're
gonna
gonna
let it
freeze
out.
with
I'm
me.
gonna bring it up as many times as I can.
Who else is gonna share my hand warmers?
I know, oh my God, you're right.
Is it
Your
cold?
what?
Oh, it's
My
cold.
hand warmers.
Oh, no, really, it's not cold down. It'd be great playing that.
She's in a sleeveless tank top right now. I'm sitting here in a winter sweater. Okay, I
When
just
the
want
air
to make this
conditioner
note.
goes on, you will see me put this on.
I'm just
keep
saying,
going,
the air conditioner's been on, like my hands are freezing.
They are.
Exactly. This is what my constant state. I am constantly,
Is it cold?
people do not believe me. I'm just
All
saying.
right.
Okay, anyways, go
All right,
ahead.
next up.
Okay, so next, sorry, can we get through this? Let's
I
get-
have a sweater on too. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but yours is nice and light, like summery light. Mine's like winter.
I have
whatever.
one available and it has a hood.
Okay,
All right,
Kim
All right.
might need it.
on-site infiltration.
so we're good with the evaluator, we got through that. So these are the options. I have on-site infiltration / green infrastructure options,
Right,
right? We have a bio retention or a rain garden. So suitable where some infiltration is possible, amended soils or under drains can help improve performance in low permeability areas. Infiltration basins or ponds they can put in on their yard. Performance depends on level of soil permeability, may be ineffective if soils are very low permeability.
What's an infiltration pond?
is it detention basin?
Yeah.
Filtration basin.
Okay. Sorry.
Detention or
That's okay.
detention, what's the
A
difference?
green roof might be an option.
Detain.
Do I need to read the
Detention
description of each
basin.
one, or are you guys good with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
drains and then drains.
Vegetated swales or infiltration swales, God. Sound like a cartoon character. Amended soil strips or planter boxes. I don't know what amended soil strips means. Again, I literally got this off the internet, so I have no idea what those are, so. I just
Planter
looked
boxes.
yeah, like the tree boxes that we had.
If no one knows, maybe we shouldn't use the term.
I didn't know, but that doesn't mean that someone else doesn't know.
Well, no,
either.
that's why,
Yeah.
like, speak up if you know. Anyway,
Yeah, no, I mean,
Never
I'm
heard
not-
of it.
okay.
yeah,
Amended soils to provide means soil that they work in compost, or something like that, I would imagine. It would sort of improve the soil.
It says engineered soil allows infiltration even where native.
Oh,
soils are
engineered
poor.
soil is something real, and they're gonna use it,
we use it in downtown for the
Yeah.
planting.
it's a big, that is,
Yeah.
I don't know what they do, but
It protects the roots and provides, so the roots.
So should I say engineered soil strips
Yeah, yeah.
instead of amended?
well, not engineered soil, engineered soil stress, but engineered soil. Yeah, that maybe that's amended, or, yes, amended, engineered soil strips or planter boxes.
So engineered. Yes,
Engineered soil is the thing.
So this is an option if they can't infiltrate? They can,
if they don't have room for the infiltration or enough infiltration, so say they can only put one unit in, but they need more.
Mhm.
They can do any of these things, if any of these things would work on their property, they could do these things to make a difference to get to the 1.5 inches.
Intriguing.
Yeah, engineered soil is a blend of natural components like sand, silt.
No, I'm sure, yes, I'm
organic
just
soil.
picturing
Okay.
planter boxes.
So amended to,
Use.
we had a.
I mean, they'd have to be pretty significant planter boxes, like
Yeah,
putting a planter
right.
box on the side of your house under your window is not the same.
Right,
No.
No.
Okay,
It'd have to be like a fairly big,
rainwater harvesting.
Well,
yeah, so then I had subsurface.
Do you think planter boxes should be included there? It might be the wrong, okay, right, underneath the
Yeah,
engineered soil.
planter boxes
Like
are
those
window
high
boxes,
planes go over and
but-
feed the
Maybe just
clouds or
engineered soil
something.
strips, and then the definitions underneath it, engineered soil.
Got
As
it.
And rain
infiltration,
over
yeah.
their yard or.
I don't understand why they put this on the list, but it said subsurface modular storage chambers or tanks, which I feel like that's what we're
An
asking to put
infiltration
in,
system,
an
yeah.
infiltration system, so I don't really know but I didn't know if that meant something different. It was a little punchy by the time I finished this list.
Maybe we can remove
Yeah.
that.
I can remove that one.
Yeah.
Rainwater harvesting, roof runoff collected and reused or directed
So
into
is that like the
infiltration
tanks
systems.
that guy put in?
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah,
Just, yeah.
That's,
I don't know,
It's rain
rainwater
barrels, right?
harvesting though, I don't want them to, if it's rain barrels, that's fine, but
I know.
Are you
there's a
gonna
big
have-
difference.
yeah, are you gonna have something big enough to capture as much as you
Yeah,
need
so-
to,
yeah,
cause.
So the guy on George Agate Road, he showed me his system, and then, so it's gonna collect the roof,
Mhm.
and then there's a,
Did he
it-
put in one or two?
I saw one, I'm not sure there's another one on the backside.
Okay.
So I saw the one on the side, and then it has like a gauge, and it has an automatic pump, so when it gets to a certain point, it will pump.
I wanna say
Yeah.
large
Maybe- Maybe,
large capacity or something
Maybe-
instead of just the rainwater.
maybe
harvesting, is that
rainwater,
what people-
harvesting, collecting system or something like that. To make it a little more, I didn't mean to interrupt,
No,
sorry,
that's okay.
I had to talk what was in my brain.
I hear you. Collection
Something like
system
that.
as opposed to, it's not a rain barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
we'll have, like, we should have like a design standards for that, like they need to collect an inch and a half.
Yeah.
So,
High capacity.
So maybe just like a sentence at the end, like, in aggregate, these alternative measures should sum to 1.5 inches of collected
Yeah.
infiltration.
Right.
Right, well, that's why I put up there that,
Oh, yeah, okay.
alternates can enhance infiltration applicability.
Yeah. You've got it, sorry.
I'm sorry, but anyways, I said these methods may be used in place of or in conjunction with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The traditional, thing, so. Okay, anyways, so rainwater harvesting collection system,
Yep.
do we need to put in there somewhere? Not a rain barrel, large capacity.
Large, if, don't go there, like,
we'll put in the standards like, you know, that, you know, how to size it.
Okay,
um,
Because it's still to meet the 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Because
thing
they
is,
want
if
to allow the
they're doing
25
true
rain
rain
barrels.
harvesting, they'll
Just
have to
picture it from
actually use the
here.
water, they get
I
shit,
got
let it fill
45
up.
rain
and-
barrels, I'm not catching anything.
and then just pop off.
Right,
Like, yes, it has to
This is
be,
what I'm thinking.
it has to be used and drained.
So his overflows go into the.
he's got an
town.
overflow that will go to the town, but he also has got a gauge and a pump. So it gets to a certain point, it will, you know, so he can water his yard with it, or it gets to a certain point and it will empty. So,
So it'll do that first before the overflow going into
Yes,
the
yeah,
town?
yeah.
It'll discharge first and then.
yes, I expect in the winter time, it will just overflow, and then during the summers, it will discharge into the bathroom.
So it's not gonna just freeze?
Right, so it won't freeze, so it'll be probably shut off, so the pump doesn't freeze, because the pump is,
That's a drain, he'll
Yeah.
drain them.
right. Will
Okay.
drain, yeah, so it'll bypass to the town.
All right, and then I
But
have
don't
tree
expect much
trench,
rain in the winter time, you know.
tree
Right.
trenches or tree boxes.
What's a tree trench?
So it's basically what we did over, or what we were going, I don't know if we ever did it over at Walker Pond, I don't think we did. The tree trenches and the tree, it was like a line
I
of,
swear, or,
it was like a line of, well, I wanna say tree box, but it was like a section that was specifically with specific trees that were high absorbing.
Like a
whatever.
biosphere? a bioretention area?
Kind of,
Was this a Tonyism?
what, the tree boxes?
Sounds like a Tonyism.
Tree trench.
No, tree trenches, this was a beta.
Oh,
suggestion.
okay.
Not sure, so is it like a containment that they put the tree in?
Yeah, so
Tree
there was
box
kind of
or
like it was in a thing that was, the water would collect around the tree and the tree would suck it up.
And you just stick weeping willows in
Oh,
there.
what they do in
Giant
urban
underground
areas.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
something like that, like
Yeah.
something you'd see in the
Yeah,
city that
yeah,
doesn't,
right.
it doesn't let the water just
One of those city
put it
trees.
in, you know.
A
what I mean?
tree
It's
trench
city
is a
tree. Instead of
green-
a country mouse, it's a city tree.
A green infrastructure practice consisting of linear underground system of gravel and engineered soil that supports trees and manages stormwater runoff. Stormwater enters a trench through inlets where it is temporarily stored, filtered by the soil and the tree roots, then infiltrates the ground. Okay, sounds
Oh, I've
good.
got plenty more.
No, I'm joking.
Okay,
All
are
right,
we good with
Yeah.
all those alternatives?
Yeah,
Yes?
yes.
She was holding out, she's got the good stuff.
Yeah, well,
So small
she kept them all.
diameter drain is what?
So alternative compliance
Offsite.
off-site solutions.
Okay,
That was on-site
Yep.
solutions. Off-site would be, these options are used when site conditions such as low permeability soils make it infeasible to meet infiltration requirements on site. This is where I put the small diameter drain. If a proposed project site provides sufficient evidence and supporting documentation that it contains in whole or in part soils with low permeability and is located within 100 feet of this town's drainage system, the installation of a small diameter Schedule 40 PVC drain, minimum of 6 inches in diameter, to collect roof runoff from the dwelling, building, and/or outbuildings, and to connect to the town's drainage system. The drain must connect to a catch basin, another small diameter drain, or a drain manhole located adjacent to the edge of the pavement or curb, and shall be designed to allow future extension to adjacent properties. Refer to the construction detail plan, typical small diameter drain construction for additional information. That verbatim comes straight out of our original draft regulations.
does that work?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it either, and I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Because,
I mean, some things are at capacity already.
Yeah.
Right?
so I don't want to encourage people to construct into the groundwater table. So for new construction,
Yeah,
I think they should design it so they don't have to do it.
Yeah.
So, but for existing construction,
do you wanna say that?
there'd be some, so there might be like a performance standards for existing and the performance standard for new. And I'd say for new, if you are building into the water table, you should create another storage based upon the area that you build in the foundation by the into the groundwater plus 1 foot below the slab,
Mhm.
and then you multiply it by 40%, which is like the capacity for the water would.
So my question is this, so
Go down
if
the
this is the case, when you're reviewing the plans, when it comes in, when the permit comes in and you're reviewing the plan, wouldn't it be incumbent upon us if they're saying, oh, we can't do any of this because of all these reasons, we can't fit it on there based on this new house we're putting up?
Mhm.
And then they say, so we're gonna, you review it, you do the engineering review before they get, this is before they get their permit, you're doing the review part. Wouldn't it be incumbent upon us and they say, oh, we're gonna use a small diameter drain, and you say, well, it's a new house, you need to redo and just send it back, like, and decline it, like,
Yeah, that's my point, is like, it should,
so it can still stay saying this.
yeah,
But the onus is not on them to figure that out ahead, before they submit it, it's the onus is on us, that once we see that, if it's a new construction, I'm sorry, but just design it so it's not so big and you can fit things. Or if it's an already existing thing that doesn't have the space because of existing structures or whatever's on it,
bring it out of the water table, or if you can't do that, then you must find storage on site
Right.
equivalent to the,
but. So my thing is that I understand why we don't like the language in the small diameter,
Yeah.
but my point is, when there is no other alternative, I want us to be like, when we do the review,
Yeah.
we're the ones that say, okay, you're okay to do it because you don't have any other alternative. You've exhausted all other possible things. But this is an alternative. This is something they could do. It's just not the first thing that they have to suggest to us.
I would, I mean, I like Tom's thought that it should be only non-new construction that this applies to. This is not an alternative that's available to new construction.
They shouldn't be engineering this if they
Yeah.
can.
So
they should
And then there's a
engineer keeping
stormwater
the water on
mitigation
site.
fund. That's the next one.
Yeah, but we don't have.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
So the sentence under alternative compliance,
Mhm.
these options are used when site conditions such as low permeability soils make it infeasible to meet infiltration requirements, and somehow say subject to the approval of the permitting authority only.
Well,
Yeah,
or we can be even more specific, because we have a definition of new construction, we can just say, other, this applies, this section complies to permits other than new construction. Or this, we can even say this section does not apply to new construction.
Mhm.
is it infeasible or unfeasible?
Infeasible.
Infeasible. Okay.
Non-feasible.
I
The,
just think there may be an occasion where even new construction might have no alternative.
Okay,
Even if they make a smaller
Yeah,
house.
but if they have no alternative, they should be storing that water on site. Because what they're doing is they're putting their foundation into the water table, and all that water displaced, they're pumping it into the town system.
right.
So they should take that volume of water that would be displaced and put it into some chambers on site.
And,
but
but
they're
then
all
what happens,
subject to,
what happens
they
when
can
the
have an
chambers fill
overflow.
up?
Then they can have an overflow. But I'm just thinking, like, we're gonna discourage connections.
Yeah. No, I agree, this can't be the ripcord that you just pull every time you need to be rescued. It's sort of like engineer solution.
So they could do a combination of rain harvesting and this, if it's a.
But Joe, I like what you're saying with alternative compliance, these options are used from the site conditions. Feasible and. Being to meet implication runs. And at the prerogative or the licensing authority.
Or strictly authorized by the permitting authority.
Or can you also say limited?
I think that's what Kim is typing right now.
Okay.
Edits.
You're so
it
good.
said any alternative approaches are subject to the acceptance and approval of the permitting authority.
I
Do we
think
want
that
to say
works.
Yeah,
anything about new construction?
well,
I don't think so, because then it
Because-
leaves it open in case there's ever a case in which we say, what's new construction, but whatever the location, I have no idea. But we say, hey, we want to let them connect.
We have a definition of new construction.
We do. I'm just saying, like, to me, it's not necessarily pointing out in the regulations that between new construction and existing or additions and alterations. Because to me, when it gets to the engineering review, if Paul comes across something and it says new construction, he's like, they're like, oh, we just can't get anything on there if we put on this 10,000 square foot house. Okay, so make it a 9,000 square foot house and now you have room.
Yeah, but that's easier for him to do if the regulations are clear.
Right, but that's why I put the sentence in there saying, subject to
the.
the acceptance and approval of the permitting authority. In other words, we're not accepting the fact that you can't fit this on your property because you're putting a house bigger than what allows it to happen.
But I guess that just sets up like a confrontation.
do you need a protection? Like, if they're gonna come at you and say, no, I
Yeah.
mean, they're making a multi-million-dollar home here. And they're gonna lean in hard and say, come on, you gotta give this to us.
Take out the breakfast nook, put in an infiltration system.
Well, yeah, but like, they're gonna lean in really hard.
Is
So
the
make
large
it
house
clear.
committee gonna take care of this problem?
I don't know, have you guys seen anything yet?
Well, they had last night a public meeting, didn't
I would, yeah, but I wasn't there.
I mean, I could probably say something, alternative approaches are largely
Can I,
applicable to exist,
Well, how
to
is it alternative?
retrofits, not.
they? Although
construction.
rarely allowed
Well,
or
I can come up with some
something.
design standards that I like to think about and then present it. I've had some thoughts on this before, so.
okay.
We should
Alternative
make
approaches
it
are
sound
limited to
like
and
it's
subject to.
Not an
acceptance.
everyday occurrence.
Yeah.
Right.
That everything needs to be.
How I would separate it is,
You will end up with a system where
Years.
everyone's doing small drain,
I
and then they
know,
try to do the best they can. Okay, but we're all doing small drain,
Yeah.
because that's
so
our,
that's not what we want. I wanna go with Tom and say, it's not applicable to new construction.
Let me come up with some
Yeah, I
language.
agree.
and Go with repairs versus new construction. Cause it might, because like you're saying, like, it could be a case, but they should do everything possible on site first. And then they can connect.
It happens rarely.
Right.
It should happen very rarely.
Yeah, but every case will be the, I know, all right, can we pin this and come back to it?
But it has to be Thursday.
Yeah,
That's
Thursday we're gonna
Thursday.
talk about it.
So Wednesday morning.
Hold on, so we wanna edit it to only include property. Cases of existing
So, yeah, so we're talking
Infrastructure.
about paths or, permitting.
not
So coming up with the.
new
chart.
construction
That's what we talked about too.
projects.
So kind of broke it into six.
Design.
The other question that was given to me before was, like, what is, stormwater, policy,
Like,
Yes.
and,
There's plenty
where does
more.
it apply? So it applies to all.
There's
Any
plenty
alternative
more.
approaches are subject to the acceptance and approval of the permitting authority.
okay,
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
guys. Any alternative approaches are subject to the acceptance and approval of the permitting authority and will only be considered in cases of existing infrastructure, not for new construction projects that could be designed to accommodate infiltration.
I like
Very good.
Joe,
I love GPT.
it.
Love it.
what do you think, Joe?
What do you think, Joe? I'll
Yeah.
put it in the document, you can see it.
Okay,
Could you? Sorry.
yeah, you scroll, let's jump to the next page, right?
Oh,
it's right
okay, there we go.
Right here. Any alternative approaches are subject to the acceptance and approval of the permitting authority and will only be considered in cases of existing infrastructure, not for new construction projects that could be designed to accommodate infiltration.
Okay, there is a little back door in that, which I think, if someone says, I can't design this to accommodate infiltration, therefore kind of small drain. And that might be
They still might not need it, well, so then they have to go back and how much can they store on site,
but that would be
like with rain barrels, there's other things, and then they connect.
but that might give the Joe some, if there is a house someday that they can't do anything.
A new house?
A new house,
Why?
I
can't
don't
they?
know, I'm just asking, Joe had mentioned it, flag, that could be an option. But I think this is fine, I think this
It's like
is
a
fine.
house on a 2,000 square foot lot that they don't have any, like, I'm talking about river,
Right,
What about, and will mainly be
Bunch of
considered in
small
cases of existing infrastructure,
No,
period.
but everything's.
no, I think will only be considered,
Only.
just, we're just saying, because then they'll.
But that's not the
You know,
total.
like,
Those rare cases come back,
Only be considered.
not mainly be considered.
What do you think,
Okay.
Joe?
No, I.
Right,
Yeah, I'm good with the statement.
okay,
Okay.
Okay.
All right, moving on. All right, so aside from the small diameter drain, it's the stormwater mitigation fund, which I don't even know if we have, but this is what was listed other than the changing the 1.5 inches rainfall. If a proposed project site provides sufficient evidence and supporting documentation that contains whole or in part soils with low permeability, blah, 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 blah. Town engineer may approve a one-time fee of $12 per cubic foot of stormwater based on a minimum 1.5 inch rainfall depth of the total impervious area to be recharged to be contributed to a stormwater mitigation fund. We don't have this at the moment. I'd like to take it out, but what if we ever did?
well, it can always be added in.
Exactly.
Okay,
Can we put
This
that, can we
fee
put that
will be
reserved?
used to construct a communal
reserve.
infiltration
so keep
system.
stormwater mitigation fund reserved.
Reserve.
I think that was in the,
It was in the old,
It's in
the
the
other
bylaw, too.
regulations.
it was in the original
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Okay,
So,
There's
but
something-
that money's gonna be used to construct a communal infiltration system.
Supposedly that's what it was
Could
for,
be.
but that was
Yeah.
before we had a stormwater assessment fee or any of that too.
Yeah, Okay,
Okay,
I think that's something to talk to Dave Davidson about and see.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, if you get rid of it, you're gonna-
Operation maintenance plan.
so operation and maintenance plan, an operations and maintenance plan is a critical component of stormwater management because it ensures that stormwater systems continue to function as designed over time. Without proper operation and maintenance, even the best designed stormwater controls can fail, leading to flooding, erosion, water quality degradation, or regulatory non-compliance. So these are the points of an operations. An operations and maintenance plan shall be submitted with the application for a building permit, planning board application, a board of appeals application, or conservation commission application pursuant to the stormwater bylaw and these regulations. The O&M plan must be designed to ensure year-round compliance with the stormwater bylaw and remain effective throughout the life of the system. In other words, you can't make it so that whatever system you put in is only effective during 6 months of the year, the other 6 months it doesn't do anything.
That's your water.
O&M plan shall apply to the entire project site, not just the area most recently permitted, not just the most recently permitted area. So in other words, if we have O&M plans, if you're adding something, so if you already have infiltration chamber somewhere else on your property that you didn't submit for it, we are now asking that not only do you have an operation and maintenance plan for what you're adding because of your addition, but also for that other one that you got over there on the south side that hasn't been touched in 15 years.
Okay,
yeah, good.
Okay? The owners of the stormwater management system must identify the director of public
No,
works or
they must
designate of
notify
changes.
them, not identify.
No, notify, sorry, it's getting late.
I know.
Must notify the director of public works or designee of changes in ownership. In other words, if you have a system, but again, that's what the deed
Yeah,
is
it says-
for.
yeah,
So I don't know if we really need to do that.
No.
Yeah, because the deed will,
yeah, we're done.
It's
We've
done,
done it.
deed.
That's-
We've done the deed.
Okay. The plan must be recorded prior to issuance of an occupancy permit or certificate of compliance with the registry of deeds, and proof of recording must be submitted to the permitting authority.
Okay,
Okay? The owner of the property shall maintain a log of all operation and maintenance activities, including without limitation, inspections, repairs, replacement, and disposal. For disposal, the log shall indicate the type of material and the disposal location. Annual inspection and maintenance records for all stormwater control measures shall be made available to the DPW and permitting authority upon request.
So does that mean if you like clear out leaves and debris from your thing, you have to keep track of where you dispose the leaves?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we don't want them to say, oh, I picked up all my leaves and then I stuck them in the catch basin on the street.
Or I dumped them
Don't-
over the fence into the wetland.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't think that people would.
Okay.
Because they have.
oh, yeah,
But do we
I
think people
got
will
rid of all the,
buy?
I got rid of,
Perhaps?
probably. I got rid of all the
Not
linoleum
how-
cleaner. I just dumped it down the storm drain in the parking lot. Okay, that's probably not
Rosemary
good.
Brook.
Yeah.
Over the fence.
Yeah.
But if it's a
So-
simple thing, you know, to the RTS.
Well, correct. So it's kind of the idea of the septic system. So we get handed out our brochure for the septic system, gives them a little thing on the back, that says when you, like, when you had it pumped and who you had it pumped by and all this, so you can refer back to it type of thing. But it's a suggested record keeping thing. There's nobody checking on it.
Joe, you were saying something?
I have a comment on number A.
Yes.
Just, could we add street permit in there somewhere? Building permit, planning board, application, board of appeals, conservation commission, street permit.
Thanks, Joe.
yeah.
Okay.
And also have a question, if someone's going back to, if there's a requirement for an old, stormwater control system, they might not be able to obtain something from, that's been really old, that there was there before they even were there. Would that be an issue?
Well, it would be an issue in terms of, like, what would they do, like, something, they have, if they find that there's something there and they haven't been maintaining it, they would have to do some sort of research to figure out how to maintain it. So, I mean, we might not be looking at a formal, you know,
Like I have a driveway, it's about 30 years old.
okay,
To maintain it.
I don't touch it. I'm telling the truth.
right, but if you went
I-
over and you saw that things
You
were
did
clogging and
very
you whatever,
good.
you know where it is, like, what would you do?
We, I get, they go, they went.
But you would go over and say, well, I at least need to remove the debris around it and whatever, so that's your operations and maintenance plan. Like, it's still doing something, so I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for the, you know, owner's manual necessarily, although that'd be lovely, but it's not,
Okay,
yeah.
that's it, okay.
On,
So if, should we take out there the disposal location? Like, do we wanna know the location? Do they have to put the
It
location?
seems excessive, but
They're not gonna tell us.
Right. I mean, type of material, what did you clean out, you know, yard debris,
Right.
but where did you put it? And even if they did put it over the fence, are they really gonna say I put it over the
No,
fence?
this
They're
is
gonna say I
trash.
took
They
it
might
to
say
the
the trash, yeah.
trash, just trash.
So like, what are we gonna do with that information?
on the off chance somebody doesn't know better and just tells us anyways.
Then we're gonna yell at them.
I don't think we need the.
Yes.
Are you okay with getting rid of disposal location? Joe?
Am I okay with, I'm having a difficult time hearing.
Sorry, so on this sentence, we said for the disposal law, for disposal, the log shall indicate the type of material and the disposal location. Josh is heartily disagreeing that they'll even tell us the actual location, which I don't disagree with him, but if we took out the location, are you still okay with at least indicating the type of material they're taking out of whatever unit they have? Or do we just leave it as,
I think, see, yeah, I say type of material and the date it was cleaned. You know,
And
that's,
by whom?
and that's kind of what we wanna know, right, oh, yes. But I mean, at least know, so you can look back and say, oh, this hasn't been cleaned in 10 years.
so indicate the type of material and date
Yeah.
of cleaning?
But now, you know, where do they put it? It's sort of like,
I don't think,
are you gonna dig it up?
I don't think we're ever gonna see a law.
I could just take out the parentheses altogether,
I kind of agree.
take the parentheses out.
Yeah, okay.
So just replacement and inspections, repairs, replacement and disposal.
How about we also allow that maybe in the future, as this gets more precise and we want more information, we can add it, it's all right.
Later on.
Later on, I mean, this can always be amended.
Right,
If it's causing confusion now, just,
annual inspection and maintenance records for all stormwater control measures shall be made available to us upon request.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we have 10 more minutes till 9 o'clock, are we still going? or what are we doing?
yes, I have one question for B.
Yes,
OMB should apply the entire project site. You know, but you tell, at first when I was reading this, I think it means like SCMs, right?
Yeah.
Or infiltration tanks. But it occurs to me, we also do mean like the bioretention, the rain gardens. I mean, like these things will silt in and they have to be maintained.
Yeah.
Do you want to just articulate that in B and say, this, you know, this includes, you know, mechanical and, what do we call that?
Anyhow.
Green, green.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
green infrastructure,
infrastructure, and other or green infrastructure options, yeah. They should be, a person buying a property should know that there is a rain garden or bioretention swale on the property.
It must
Please,
be
and
maintained.
please don't fill it in.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, they should know.
Those leaves out of there.
We should almost put placards around that.
Okay, otherwise, I think we're good on this, right? Does this conclude section?
what's it called, not
Yeah,
green
design
infrastructure, what
criteria.
is it called?
Green infiltration initiatives.
Infrastructure options.
No, I mean, what do you call, like, hard infrastructure, not green infrastructure? Physical SCMs or?
SCMs, yeah, SCMs. Fire retention, yeah, all of them are best, but SCMs
Or engineered,
right,
SCMs and marine infrastructure.
right, a
NGMs.
swale's engineered too, you know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
off the shelf,
Ugly? No, sorry.
anything with rebar. Okay.
We want you to get another job just telling us what you do on your property. That's all we want, everything.
Right.
I'm telling you, let's see your polygraph. Find out everything.
I'm not gonna do a thing at my house.
Well, you got the
Okay.
sign off from Joe that you were.
I have a
Yeah.
question for Tom, if he knows.
Go ahead.
So on these Cultex that people put in, the typical Cultex at the single family homes, most of them seem to have an inspection port where you can look down a 4-inch hole and see whether it's got water in it or not. But none of them have cleanouts, to my knowledge. How do we maintain those?
Well, on a private property, we wouldn't. You're talking about
Oh,
public
anyway,
ones.
right.
Yeah,
mean,
so
we have to-
when we design them, we usually have a structure right before the units. And we have a like fabric on the first, under the chamber on the first row, so we can go through the structure and clean out that first row, which is, and so it will go through, it will be connected from row to row. So the first row is like the first row that gets the sediment. So we clean out that row. Those are more like observation ports. You can stick a vacuum down there, but you're really not cleaning the whole area up. So you really do need to come from the side.
That's from the
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah, so I guess that's my question, though. How do we, what do we want to see in the operation
Yeah.
maintenance plan for these ones that don't have real cleanouts?
Right. Yeah, sometimes they're just small enough that, I mean, they're only 1 or 2 chambers. So maybe they really need to clean it out before it gets to the chamber. So if they're dealing with like a lot of like roof runoff, you're gonna get pollen, maybe some leaves every once in a while.
Yeah.
So that should last a little bit longer, but if it's coming from the street, you're gonna get a lot of silt and sediment. So that's, that requires like a mini catch basin, clean out area and then go through that, so,
What happens to that goes up?
yeah, so. So, yeah, so driveways that don't have like a mini catch basin will fill up and fill with like 5 years, you know, so.
So we can add this to that increase in cost to the home.
That's right.
Yeah, so I
Make sure
mean, we
you-
haven't put in a requirement that they collect driveway yet, I mean.
Right.
So it's all roof, so that should last longer.
Okay,
But you're right, Joe, it's just a 4-inch, or actually it could go up to 6 or 8 inches maybe. But the clean out comes in from the side, from the front of it, actually.
they do it with a wet back.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I've done
as long as
it.
it's
Where
something
would
they
they
can get
dispose?
from Home Depot and not, they don't have
I've
to call
done
a
it with a
professional
wet
to
back,
do
but,
it, like, suck
you
up or
know,
something.
open up. Yeah. So I
Where
have
would they
one where I open
dispose?
up the chamber and like,
In the toilet.
Yeah.
Through the sewer system. How did this is,
the problem is actually seeing down there, because it's hard
Right.
to, you can't really put a flashlight down there, you gotta like. It's tough to see.
the
Send
town
your
will be
children down
providing,
there to low.
the town will be providing snake cameras like they do in
Yeah,
SWAT.
actually, I do have a stick, yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
all right,
so
now,
Good point.
we have as-built drawings to go.
okay, hold on, we're not even done with the section. No. So for residential and commercial development with 4,000 square feet of impervious surface or less. This is E. The O&M plan shall consist of an annual inspection of the SCM and removal of sediment, leaves, and or debris as needed. The O&M plan for developments with greater than 4,000 square feet. Clearly, I just copied this from the old one because it's not consistent and that drives me bananas.
I don't think we should worry about the differences.
Shall include at a minimum, the name of the owner, and blah, 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 blah. So this is what was in the old,
Right, signatures of the
Original?
owners. Yeah.
why, you're giving me a hard time.
Is there any reason we need this information now?
What do you mean?
Well, do we really need the signatures of the owners for no one?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Well, because if it's a builder.
Right,
Then
but
don't
is the distinction-
homeowners need to,
Is the distinction
Sign
that
off
if
on
they
it?
have less than 4,000 square feet, all we need is a list of annual inspections and removal of sediment, leaves and debris as needed? Or is it every single O and M plan, regardless of the size of square of impervious, we want all this information?
I'm
if
actually,
they're
what's the
maintaining
value?
something, then
Yes.
what's the difference? I mean, they're,
Yeah.
if they have to maintain something, it doesn't matter how big it is.
whose name is on it?
Or signatures?
So could we just make all of them apply to the condition?
And the other thing is, all right,
Is-
suppose you're at the registry of deeds, you're doing the purchase and sale of your
Mhm.
house and doing all the paperwork. It comes up that you have these units on your property and the old unit, old owner's signatures on there. Now, what's the mechanism to put your signatures on? I mean, it's sort of like, how's this gonna work?
So my question is this, so I'm thinking we should be combining E and F.
Yeah.
And only keeping the pieces we want.
Yeah.
So for E and F, I would say for residential and commercial development, period, instead of the square feet. The O and M plan shall consist of annual inspection of the SCM and removal of sediment, leaves and or debris as needed.
Right.
Do we need any of the bullet points underneath? Joe, please feel free to weigh in.
1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one down,
Mhm.
actually the fourth and the fifth, like a map showing the location seems
Yeah.
important.
Why are we in G? I thought we were combining E and F.
Yeah, I'm talking about F. The-
Oh, you're talking about F?
Yeah, the fourth and the fifth bullets down.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm looking at
Plan
mine
showing the
where it's
location
under G.
is good to have.
Was this in the original, regulations?
Yes.
Sounds familiar.
Mhm.
Easements are already recorded in other places, so I don't know why it has to be recorded here.
Yeah, a list of the easements with purpose and location of each.
Any other information required by the Director of Public Works?
Yeah, that seems.
Covers,
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
I would say the first, what's showing now, the first, second, and last bullets. And you can get rid of the others too.
Got it?
Yeah, awesome.
Okay,
Usually we do have a responsible party that, you know, on the O and M. Who's responsible for this?
And it's not the
But who would
homeowner.
it be? It'd be the homeowner, right?
Property owner, yeah, so
Property
that's
owner.
probably why they have a signature.
Yeah. But there'd probably be need a form to say, now this is the new.
Party responsible for maintenance, homeowner. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but once it's filed at the registry, you don't
Yeah,
need to update.
What is our
The name
OM
on it.
requirement?
But would it be for
And
the
does it
original person?
does it require all
Owned it?
this?
But it's attached to the deed, it's attached to the
There.
property. So you
I
change the
was
deed.
looking
Yeah,
at
okay.
our,
Right,
I should run.
It requires a signature, doesn't it?
It's a notice.
okay.
O and M signed by the property
Like
owner.
we may
Yeah.
have like a
Providing an
card
on the
to
annual inspection.
show an example that they can use.
Right.
do you want me to add signed by the property owner?
I think.
Well, it's that, she was just asking what was in our,
Yeah,
In the
I wanna make it
wetlands.
as consistent as possible.
I think there should be a signature somewhere.
signed by the property owner providing at a minimum annual inspections and removal of sediment, debris and leaves as needed. If the project involves the continued use of an existing on-site stormwater system, the applicant should provide evidence that they are operating and maintaining the systems. such as the previous year annual inspection reports.
Do you think, Tom, it should include signature?
I think there's some sort of, responsible party.
I
should be-
feel like
Okay.
So I just added the sentence, or the phrase, signed by the property owner after. So it says for the residential and commercial development, the L&M plan signed by the property owner shall consist of these
Okay.
4 things.
Lovely.
Perfect. Okay, now we can move on to the next. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We still have more. I apologize. Apparently I have a
you're
page break in
teasing
here
us.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Hold on. Why is that not coming up?
Oh, also, let's go straight to G. Okay.
Sure.
Curious and curiouser.
Hmm.
Well, that's better, but I don't understand why.
All right.
All right, I don't know. I'll fix the thing at some point. Okay, so E, F, here we go. So then the next one is the O&M plan shall be a standalone document, shall remain on file with the Director of Public Works or designee, and shall be an ongoing requirement. I don't think we need that because it shouldn't remain on file with us, because that means we're keeping record of it. We
Yeah.
don't want to do that. It's being recorded with the Registry of Deeds, and therefore I don't think we need that.
Right.
Right,
Can
and we're
you
never
read?
gonna, and we're never going to
Can you see on my
update it.
phone? So this, Dave came up with the, I know.
Oh,
Standard
this is where it says,
There
this
we
is
go.
submitted and signed by the
Okay.
property and reflect any
That
modifications
he
made
was-
during construction of the location.
For,
type of thing.
for conservation
We already have that.
projects.
All right,
You
Con,
you saw mine, right? Hey,
done.
All right.
Hey, look at
So-
that.
Does yours have a signature?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it was like a work in progress, so it was kind of set up as like a job.
Is this helpful at all?
Yes.
All right, so we
You
have
wanna send it over?
as-built drawings.
Or you-
We have 5 more
Okay.
sections to go through, and we are done with the regulation.
Do you want to save that till Thursday?
So are we
You want me to
saving until
send it to you?
Thursday, or are we pushing through? What do you want to do?
Guys, what do you want to do? Push
Joe's
it?
ready to
Joe?
kill me right now.
Yeah, we might be done. We've done this for 2 hours.
How many more pages is this?
It's just one more really.
2.5.
Did you draft these yourself, Kim?
Well, I cobbled it together from other places, but yes.
Wow.
Well,
How many hours is that?
doesn't matter.
I mean,
This is-
that
this is
many
my-
days?
This is my comment to everything nowadays. Does it really matter?
Let's
You
not.
let her take a vacation last week, so come on.
I know. They were gracious enough to
Did
let
you
me
take
take
it on
it.
vacation?
I did. No, I did not. I didn't even take my computer because there's no internet. Like last time I
Good.
went on the boat, there was no
Good.
internet.
Good.
So
Don't fall for it.
whether
Don't
you
fall
pay
for
for it or not, it's still
It's
not, because you're in the middle of the ocean. Like, how much internet do you expect to have?
Wonderful. It must have felt wonderful.
It was divine.
Yeah.
Okay, Kim, did you get the Paris comments? Do you add those in? I mean, the one about multiplication, multiplied over,
Oh, yeah.
it's probably that should go into it.
He's still, I mean, he's
I don't,
still-
the fact that he says, I don't, it's just to include it in the by, we're not including it in the bylaw, we're including it as a regulations document,
Right,
which is
so,
separate.
so when he talks about the multiplied, is that a regulations or is that a
No, that's in the bylaw.
Yeah.
bylaw? Okay.
From what I see, he says one thing, but he is including the pertinent information in the bylaw, which is what I agree.
I think he's saying only if there should be specifics in the bylaw, he's suggesting.
Oh,
this.
okay.
Good. I think just for clarity, I like the idea that it's being multiplied by. Just that it speaks if there's an
Yeah.
equation, not 1.5 inches, because that's,
We
That's
just put
same with
dynamic, we
Phil.
did change the language to say dynamic
okay,
volume on I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the bylaw, we changed it to say dynamic volume.
okay.
I can look for the word dynamic if you want.
Static.
Yeah, I'll look for it.
So it is, but it is the
You're gonna be
1.5
faster than that.
times the square footage is how many,
Oh, no, maybe not dynamic, we use volumetric. Volume,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Design standards.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the roof
Yeah.
area,
10.4.2.8.
Yeah, combined volumetric capacity.
Was this meant to say the roof area? No, it was meant to say over the total impervious area.
And
yes,
minimum point, but yes, volumetric
that's
capacity.
over
Yeah.
4,000, right?
post,
Yeah.
under
Total
under
impervious.
post-construction,
This is for.
minimum
less,
combined
right?
volumetric capacity to
4,000 or
recharge
more.
at least 1.5
Yes,
inches
the
of
roof area is
rainfall
just-
over the
we're
total
just talking-
impervious area
Yeah.
of the site.
We're not-
I remember
And then-
specifically, we did that.
And then
for
also
another-
with,
Could use the same
4,000 feet or less, it also, I think. is-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we changed
Yeah.
both of those, yeah.
Yeah,
Walk sideways.
So we're covered.
and it's over
Yeah.
4,000.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
So I think if they have more than, so this is as I was working on, like, trying to figure out standards, like, if you have more than 4,000.
So he doesn't like that though. That's what he's crossed out on the back of it. He says measures designed to provide a minimum combined volumetric capacity. He wants it to say retain a volume of runoff equivalent to at least this. But why do they have to retain the volume if they can recharge it? Like, isn't that the point of infiltration? I don't understand.
No, but I think his point, I thought his point was just that he's thinking that there's an equation here, rainfall multiplied by.
The total impervious area, not the roof area.
Over 4,000.
Right, it
Under
says on-
4,000.
No, it
Yes,
says-
but he's asking
under
us,
two.
all the things that he has, he's, like, when he's, his wording,
Yeah.
it says retain a volume. So it's capturing it. He's not,
Yeah, the
like, he wants to
infiltration
get
part.
rid of the infiltration part.
But you need the infiltration.
Right,
No, we're not retaining, it's not, yeah,
like, we don't wanna store all of
We're
this
not-
water
we're capturing.
indefinitely.
we're capturing.
We want
Right,
to
right,
take
right,
it
right,
and
good point.
put it back into the
Right,
ground.
right.
I think we,
Recharge, right.
He does not like the volumetric capacity that we changed it to.
Right, and we have recharge in our, the one that has the recharge too.
Okay.
we're comfortable with the language.
Oh, love what you're
Uh,
saying.
language. No change. What section is those 7?
So do you wanna let
10,
Dave know
7,
that we
5, 7, 10, 4.
Agreed that,
So
we
I-
appreciate his comments and love him dearly. He
He
needs
made
to,
a
He-
similar comment before.
He has more
Yeah.
things, and I suggested he just chat with Tom so that he can
The
get
bylaw,
it all out.
with the bylaw.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so we're gonna see everyone tomorrow, you included. Were you Sunday best? 7 o'clock?
Yeah, what do we want?
Yeah.
And
everyone wear a hat. Everyone wear a different hat.
Bowler.
okay,
All right.
so we are stopping at as-built drawing, correct?
What's this?
Yes, we're stopping at
Yeah, we'll
as-built.
stop, we're gonna hit as built.
Okay, so on Thursday, we are finishing as-built,
We're
Right.
finishing everything.
We're finishing everything
On
Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Yes.
and we will be done as of Thursday. I can post this to the thing for people to
Yes.
comment and look at
Yeah.
on Friday morning, first
Yeah.
thing.
Yep,
Is it possible to get a paper
Do you
copy
swear to God?
sometime after? soon after?
yes, swear to God. Yes.
Swear to God, okay.
Yeah,
Huh?
so I was working on some design standards and we were talking at our meeting with Joe and we were like thinking about coming up with a path for certain
Oh, yes.
permits.
Yep.
So I think I came up with, I think in like 6 different types of paths.
Nice.
That we need to do. So I was
So those
thinking
might be
maybe a
appendices?
flow- I think it's more guidance.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a flow path.
Yeah,
It'll be informational.
like a flow chart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love.
If you're
flashcards.
in
I
conservation
know,
jurisdiction,
right,
go over
right.
here. If you're,
Water flow.
you know.
I completely love it. I actually have templates for that.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
flowcharts,
It's
sure, why?
And-
ridiculous.
And as part of our street permit procedures, like we have like a check with like engineering plan requirements. And one of that should go in the regulation as far as like these are the
Appendix.
sort of in the appendix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there
we should
also
have some
might
appendices.
be, there also might be certain design standards too.
and stormwater.
Yes.
We're gonna be the math,
Uh,
stormwater.
Such as how to calculate if you are just,
for that?
Yeah, so
Okay.
So they're.
if you're over 4,000 square feet of impervious area, or you propose over 4,000 square feet area, what do you have to do? I'm not sure if that has been clear at all. It's not clear in the existing bylaw.
So there will be appendices to the regulations?
Well, I think that hasn't really been addressed.
It hasn't been, but I feel like we
For
should.
ours.
Oh,
feel like
yeah,
we should.
yeah, it's great, I think it's great, the
So
guidelines.
design
yeah.
standards on doing that, like, they need to submit a report, they need to make sure they're not flooding their neighbors.
Right,
You know, they should be, you know, we talked last time about, should they be collecting stormwater off the driveway, and when, you know, it would require like a little catch basin, that's gonna be an expense. You know, I'm thinking like, they just need to show that they can, discharge less, the existing or less post-development. So if they have a small driveway, then they'd probably be able to get away without doing a mini catch basin. But if they have a large, long driveway and it's more than 4,000 square feet, then they'll probably have to do something like discharge a little mini rain gardens or
Okay,
catch it here and discharge. So
okay, so to sum up,
sum up, there's
what
gonna be a
is
design
happening
standard.
tomorrow?
all right, so
Okay.
tomorrow we get to 7 o'clock, we're all at FinCom, they start at Fin.
Where is it?
It's at
Pretty
7?
clean out room.
Oh,
Is it in the
okay.
basement?
Was it
It's in the
six?
basement,
What's it
yeah.
say?
So they call us out, people sitting on the side of the pipe, they'll do public comment. Then they'll call us up, we all go up to this table one side, sit down.
No, I've been
Yeah.
to FinCom,
Yeah.
even though they have never actually accepted. But,
Sure they-
yeah, no.
So
I
7
don't-
PM,
and they don't even-
Joe, tomorrow, you're good, right? Great Plain
Maybe I
Room,
have a
Great Plain
conflict.
Ave, right.
Great Plain Ave Room at the Town Hall, 7 PM, FinCom tomorrow, be there or be square,
Please be
Yep.
there.
please.
Awesome, great, all right.
And I will work on the, tomorrow morning, I will try to work on getting the numbers for you to go over quickly. Do you have any time tomorrow if I give you a quick call or an email or whatever? Just to see if it makes sense to you to include that or have that information in your holster pocket for when they ask the question in FinCom? Or do you want me to provide a formal document of some kind for you guys?
No.
Just shoot me an email when you're available, and I'll see what, I gotta get into the office, see what my day is like.
Okay,
Okay, all
it's
right,
all about me, Joe, me.
Joe needs to go to sleep. And so does anyone want to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Just to adjourn.
So moved, second, Joe,
Joe motions, who seconds?
All right, I second
Deb seconds.
that motion.
Vote.
all right, let's have a vote. Hold on, I just want, Joe Conrad,
Yes.
all right, Deb,
Yes.
Josh. Yes. Tom,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
and I vote yes, we are adjourned.
We are adjourned.
Yeah, see you
Go
tomorrow
get some
night.
rest, Joe. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye, Joe.
See you later.
Bye.
Be well.
Do you want to
So we're
take
gonna
these
have
to
the
your office?
bylaw and the
God,
regulation